Get ready with me, quick makeup edition.
This is the Korean skincare glass skin rice toner. I've been rinsing this dry since I bought it. Like it just makes your skin look so glowy. My local Primark didn't have much of this range in. If you manage to get this range at your local Primark, I would definitely recommend picking up the toner. For moisturiser, I'm just using my favourite
Peptide Calming Moisturiser.
from the Beauty Crop. I love this stuff, it's so nice. I'm going to use the Bioma SPF. This is the SPF I've been using for like the past year or so. It's the Ultraviolet Queen Screen SPF 50+. I've run out of that now, so I'm going to use the Bioma one, which I have used before. And I do like this one. It doesn't irritate me, it doesn't break me out.
Just using the Primark Niacinamide Eye Gel.
Let's put a tiny bit here. So I'll just rub that in. So for primer, I use a few different ones. I have the Maybelline Jelly Primer, Poreless Primer.
Or I'll
be using the She Glam Birthday Primer.
in my teaser.
Or I'll use the NYX Face Glue Primer. These both NYX actually. The NYX Marshmallow Primer or the Maybelline Grippy Serum. I'm going to use the mini little marshmallow one. I got this on a right bargain from Superdrug once. I usually take it away to travel, but I just fancied doing something different today and use. This is the makeup that I do when I'm in a rush. Such a nice glowy radiant base. And it smells really nice. It smells like marshmallow. Once I've blended that in, I'll just take like a tiny bit of the She Glam
50 Cake Primer.
Sort of take it around my T-zone. I'll also rub that in around here as well and sort of push it in rather than swiping it in, if that makes sense. I find that these two don't peel or anything together. That's what that looks like.
I'll usually set with the Beauty Crop Weechery.
While that's drying, I'm just going to do my eyebrows. So I'll just take a little spoolie. This will just take my little Benefit 24-hour brow setter and set them in place. Using this side to coat it and then this side to flatten it down. Now for concealer, I usually go in with the NARS Natural Radiant. Just put a little bit under my eyes and also a little bit on my spots, but
This is the NARS concealer.
Concealer I found works best on my spots, Vitamin Babe concealer. So I literally just blend a bit of this in as well, because this is more like my skin tone. I'll take a damp sponge with my Weechery on that I've damped and blend that in.
If I'm in a rush, I'll use the NYX Buttermilk Glaze. I'll just blend that in.
I'll just blend this in. And I also mix it with the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. So I'll just put a tiny bit of that on as well. This is like a bit more of a full coverage foundation. And then the NYX Buttermilk Skin Tint is like medium coverage. And then that way I find that it gives like a really good coverage. It's a bit easier to blend in because it's more of a watery consistency. So I'll blend that and I'll be back. Now that's all blended in. The e.l.f. Camo Liquid Camo Contour. I'll just do like 2 little dots. This is in the shade Fair. This is my favourite brush. It's from Real Techniques. It's a sculpting brush. And just sort of blend that in. Try and keep the placement exactly where I've placed it. As I'm blending it, you can sort of see. Then when I'm done, I'll take the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer just underneath the contour on sort of both sides. And then with the sponge, I'll sort of blend that at the bottom. And then I'll go between the sponge and the brush to blend in the top. Start dabbing like this, but not going any further than that line that I've made. And I'll take the brush and I'll just blend between the two of them. If I really want like a full coverage glam, show makeup, any type of makeup that's like I'm going to take photographs with, photography pictures, I need this MAC Studio Fix foundation. I have used this for probably about 13 years. It's genuinely one of my favourite foundations. I've been obsessed with this Hub blusher in the shade Poppin'. I'll literally just put a tiny bit on here. You can use it like that. And I use the end of this Spectrum brush with the O2 brush. I thought it weren't recording then. And I'll just stipple that in. I think it's such a natural, like, nice, radiant glow. And I've literally not put it down since I used it in that testing video.
I always use setting spray in between each step.
While it's dry, I'm just going to quickly fill in my eyebrows. I literally don't do much to my eyebrows. The e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow
Pencil.
I just sort of fill in the edges. My under eyes, I always use this Matte Fine Translucent Loose Setting Powder. Blend it into there. Pat that in. And I'll just take that down here and into my smile line. And because I used a different powder to set everywhere else. And then if you know me by now, you know it's the trusty Maybelline
Fit Me Powder.
In the shade 105. Natural Ivory, and I'll just take that everywhere else. Not so much, just a tiny bit over like the blusher and contour, because I'm going to set that with powder anyway, but like just around the perimeters of my face. The Revolution Ultra Contour Palette, I use the second shade, tap it off. The rest of the palette is too warm for me, but this shade makes a nice contour. So I'll just tap that in and underneath there. So I do apologise that those have been in the background the whole shot and I've only just realised. Not using the Maybelline powder, it will be my favourite well-loved MCO Beauty
Press powder.
So I've been alternating between 3 blushes. This Oh My Beauty blusher.
Primark Sweet Radiant Blusher.
This is the Sweet Radiant blusher from Primark. I've very well loved California Benefit blusher. This is what I'm going to use today because I just love a glowy radiant blusher. That's just my favourite thing. And I feel I have recently developed a blush blindness. If I've got time, if I'm rushing, I probably won't have. Really wanted to try this MUA Beauty Balm highlighter, which looks like that.
How stunning is this?
I might just do this. Put a bit on the nose. You see that? It's just giving like a nice sheen. It's not like an in-your-face one. I feel like it's quite a natural one. For eyes, if I'm rushing, I will literally use this No. 7 Pro Artist for Attention eyeshadow palette, which I've literally been obsessed with. Apart that, blend in a little bit of brown, and then I'll blend it in with powder at the top so that I've set my eyelids basically. And then I'll mix in a bit of shimmer. My Maybelline Fit Me powder, and just gently blend in the edges. Also set this top bit with powder. I'm rushing, I haven't realistically got time to do eyeshadow, so I'll just blend a bit of that in. And this shimmer shade in this is absolutely beautiful. So I'll take, well, all the shimmers are, but I'll take a bit of that. I'll also take this darker shade, which is Venus. This is VIP. And blend that into the edge. And that is basically my eyeshadow done. And then if I want a bit more shimmer, I'm going to take the Collection Diamond Shine Highlighter in Pearl 2 and literally just run that over. Extra glitters, but be careful not to get it all over your face. I can mirror and do my eyeliner. If I've got time, I am usually pretty quick at doing this.
It looks absolutely gorgeous.
Usually the less time I've got, the smaller the wing. And I'm using the She Glam Sparkly eyeliner. This is the one I use. I love it. I've been absolutely loving to death this No. 7 tubing mascara. You can see because it's actually covered in like powder. It's actually such an amazing mascara. It's tubing mascara, so it comes off really easily and it just makes your lashes so long. Like my eyelashes aren't that naturally long. And my bottom lashes definitely aren't that long. So for like a quick eyeshadow, I don't think that's too bad. So I'm just using the Beauty Crop Pore Filter Pore Blurring Pressed Powder in the shade Translucent. So I'm going to take one of these tiny little sponges and just use that to coat there.
Just to cut the contour.
So I'll let that set. I usually use the Maybelline Lift Liner or the Primark PS Pro lipstick in Desert Sand. But I'm going to use this chippy Morphe lip liner.
For ages I never used this because I always used to wear red lipstick, and now I much prefer a nude lipstick. I don't wear red that much.
Which I just really like that. I'll just buff the bacon. Just tend to like pat it in. Maybelline Teddy Tint in shade Current Move because I never use anything else. I feel like that's a perfect, the lip liner's a perfect match. A layer of setting spray. Back in with the Wee Cherie.
If I'm not using that, I'll be using the Maybelline Lasting Fix or the L'Oreal Infallible 3-second setting mist.
Nothing locks your makeup in like that. It is a bit strong. This is not the big can that you can get. Is a different formula, but
I bulk bought
5 or 6 bottles of the other one because I didn't want to run out before they changed the formula. Then you can breathe. Lock your makeup in really well.
This is the finished makeup look. Please let me know what you think down below. I quite like how it turned out. I think it's nice and glowy.
This is the finished makeup look. This is it close up.
I knew I was going shopping this day, so I wanted makeup that was going to last, and this makeup routine always lasts on me. I find these products are absolutely amazing and so long lasting. So that's by my favourites. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. This is it in natural light. Bye bye.